Hi guys, Boris Dorfman, LBC Capital YouTube channel. Please subscribe down below. I wanted to introduce a segment and call it Hunt for the Yield. Just came home from a conference and everybody's looking for 2-3% cap rates, 4%. And today I want to talk about weed and Airbnb. What does weed and Airbnb have in common except for people smoking weed and Airbnb rented properties? These are, and we're talking about real estate, of course, investment in real estate. So these are alternative investments. You invest, you buy properties, you buy single families, multifamily properties, you're looking for certain yield. You buy neighborhoods that are a little bit out of the ordinary, you get a higher yield. You do a little bit more work or take a little bit more risk, and you can get a little bit more higher yield. Whether you want to do it or not is up to you, but weed is the number 3 crop in California, and it looks like it's soon going to be number 1 crop. So we got grapes, we got almonds, and then we got weed, okay? Cannabis are grown usually in warehouses, and these warehouses can be financed, can be purchased and rented back to growers. This is a business plan. This is not an advice. Don't get into weed business. You know, if this is not your cup of tea, but this can be a real estate play. Also, warehouses, there's strong demand for warehouse space from online retailers for fulfillment centers. So warehouse space is pretty much in demand. So weed, urbanization, right? So a lot of warehouses are getting converted to the loft and fulfillment centers. So warehouse space is a good thing to be in. So don't be afraid of weed. Again, find out what it is, but you're becoming a landlord and you're commanding higher rent. Obviously, I always preach location, location, location. So go to the location that you're familiar with. Don't go somewhere you're not familiar. And again, you need to, there's a lot more risks involved. In investing in that sector. It's still illegal on a federal level. It is legal in California. So that's weed. Airbnb, in the past year, we've seen a lot of desert cities, Palm Springs, Desert Hot Springs, Palm Desert. We've seen a lot more activity in Big Bears and Mammoth Lakes. And we also see a lot of activity in the city. So a lot of vacationers are looking for Airbnb space versus hotels, and Airbnb rates are becoming much higher. So in the environment of low yields, this is another alternative to get a higher yield on rental properties. And also, if you lend the money, or LBC Capital, we're lenders. We do a lot of business with Airbnb operators, okay? So weed and Airbnb, guys. There's a lot of opportunities. I had a discussion with somebody recently about investing out of state. I personally don't like it unless you do it on a grander scale, multifamily buildings. Obviously, yields out of state are higher than they are in California, but you're out of state. If something goes wrong on your property management and manager and you have a disagreement, whether it's competency or trust, what do? Get on the plane, invest local, guys. So our yield of the day is cannabis. Cannabis grows, warehouses, and Airbnb. Yeah, lots of other alternative investments, and I'll talk about them in the next Hunt for the Yield segment. There is student housing, there is shared living, board and care facility, elderly homes, but today, cannabis and Airbnb. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next week.